Mr. Happy Zap here. Continue on with my front end loader build for my Ariens GT14. As I mentioned in an earlier video, the parts I needed for my rear PTO. And here's that Lovejoy connector. Comes out through the 5/8 shaft on the Susteren Hydrostat transmission. And then it goes to a 1-inch for a 1-inch drive shaft on the other side of the Lovejoy. And there's that rubber in there to give it a little bit of flexibility. There is the bearing from the inside, bolted in place, and there you can see it on the inside. Hopefully, there's the bearing there with a lock collar on it. So it's a greaseless bearing, so I don't have to worry about greasing it. And then here's the clutch itself, which once it's keyed on once again. Hopefully that's not too blurry. Don't know what's up with the camera. And also there's a hole right here on the clutch, right there. And it's going to marry up with this hole, with the bolt, which will not only hold the clutch to the tractor, but it'll also keep it from, this will spin independently once the clutch is engaged. Now I'm also going to have to cut off the wings on this gizmo here, because to be able to get on the quick coupler, but that's no biggie. I'll just cut it off, just one less thing to catch, I guess, on myself, clean that up nice. So, and then the wiring, I just got to put the wiring in, bring a wire up front, and I have another push-pull switch, similar to this guy up here. This is the front, and I have a convenient hole sitting waiting for me right there for it, so I can independently control front and back electric clutches. Now, the next thing is I figured out my foot pedal affair. I've eliminated this here. Now all this does is just engages the actual transmission back and forth. No longer controls the driving mechanism. And what I did is I cut off the two foot pedals on each side and fastened it up here. And hopefully you can see this. And now I have literally a forward and reverse motion here for the Hydrostat, which I'll try and go on the other side here, and that pedal controls this cam system right here, as you can see. Okay, so that controls that back and forth, so one foot back and forth. And then on the other side I fashioned up the mechanical neutral position brake, and I had another pedal fashioned up by my buddy Donnie at Donnie's Welding. And so now this will push it into a neutral position whether or not I'm going forward or in reverse. Now I've also, so what I did is I took the rod here on the brake pedal, which was the brake pedal, took it off down below, down there, that did the braking mechanism, and I brought it up and I attached it to the cam here. Okay, then I eliminated the one rod which ran into here, into this where the spring is, and it went up and it was controlled by the lever up top. Once again, I took it out, and then now I only have the other one that actually controls the cam as well. So in conjunction between all the pedals, I'll have pretty good control. The springs are here just to kind of assist it back into, I got it kind of sprung so it kind of assists it back into a neutral position. But when I'm starting, all I know is that I have to just make sure I push down on this pedal. It'll put my cam into that neutral position, so it doesn't matter where I'm at, if I'm in forward or if I'm in reverse. I can always go there and I can start the tractor knowing that when I start it up and I throw it into, when I throw the transmission on, I'm in that neutral position. So I'm hoping this works out really well. And if anyone else out there has a tractor similar to this, I think I might have altogether $25 in parts and everything into this thing to transfer it over to a foot pedal scenario. So it's was well worth the project, and I'm quite happy with it. So I'm just going to see how it operates, and put the gas tank back on, put the seat back on, and got a new fuel filter for it. So hopefully this little puppy will work well for me. So I'll keep you updated as things go along. And here's the on the front end part of the loader. That's the sliding part of the quick connect. Okay, and I've got my valve sitting here, my joystick valve, and that's where I wanted it fashioned up. So I got my up, down, and that'll be down for the bucket and up for the bucket this way. So lots of control. So there's an update for you. Any questions, any comments, leave them in the inbox or whatever they call that on YouTube. And we'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye for now.